Trigger warning. The following content may discuss sensitive topics such as mental health, abuse, violence. Please proceed with caution and take care of yourself. If you feel uncomfortable, it's okay to step away.
As Jennifer Nieve. No, I'm not co-hosting. I'm not from Manchester, no. I'm addicted to watching you. Oh, thank you. That's not even a heart. I had a pen in my hand. Do you know something else so funny? I've actually been doing notes. I'm coming at you with notes. I've got so much information. It's going to be like literally an information overload. When I start, and I just want to explain to everybody, I'm coming. Is it all right to screen record, please? Yeah, of course, that's fine. I think there's somebody else cam to in. I am aware. I can't, Andrew. I'm doing a talk today about a certain thing. I'm doing about Jennifer Nieve, Jordan and O'Brien. And I've got a couple of people joining me in the boxes. There's going to be a girl talking, who is, well, she'll be able to explain her side of what she knows. I also, hi Charlie, I've actually messaged you today, but I didn't get a reply. I will do, Andrew. So I just want to tell you also what I'm coming at you with today, guys, is it's not just stuff I've pulled out of my arse. It's coming to you with factual. I've been talking to the victim, and I say victim very loosely because she's not a victim. She's an absolute queen. And that girl has had to watch Jennifer, well, Jordan, because we'll just call it a spade a spade. I'm massive on LGBT plus community. I've got a lot of gay friends, a lot of, and I'm a massive supporter. However, I'm going to explain this to you. To me, as a woman, if a man commits the most heinous crimes to a woman and has been charged with said offences, you then lose your right to me to be now known as a woman. So I am going to be calling him for this live Jordan. And if anybody wants to discuss with me why I'm doing that, it's because he has been done with SA and rape on. So when you've all been told it's 4 to 6 counts, I will now let you all know I've spoken to the victim. It's 10 plus accounts because there was that many accounts that they had to round it off as 10 plus. No, it's more than 10. It's more than 10. It happened to her that many times, the poor girl, that they've classed it as 10 plus. So that's, yeah. So there you go. So we're not going to be calling saying Jennifer. Like I said, I don't think that that's okay. And it is poor, but she's not a victim. She is a queen, and we are here today to support her. And so she's given me some stuff. So guys, if everyone's just coming in, I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes, then I'm gonna just do a reiteration. But what I'm just gonna let you all know is what I tell you today and talk to you about. So the children thing, I can't comment on because I'm not 100% sure. Hi Kirsty. Oh, she did. And do you know something, May? The thing she was telling me, so Kirsty is her sister. Kirsty is the victim's sister. So let me just explain this all to you. So when Jordan has been on everyone's TikTok lives, always pulling in 200, 300, 400, 500 when he sat drunk on his lives. And she has had to watch for 2 years. She's had to watch a man who has raped her and sexually assaulted her on over 10 different occasions. Threats to kill. He's had a knife to her neck. It actually upsets me talking about it. She's had to sit and watch him in his lives and people supporting for 2.5 years and hasn't been able to say anything in case it wasn't what's it called, interfered with the court case. So it is so upsetting, honestly, the things I tell you that I've spoke to her today. Yeah, and do you know something, she's not okay, but she is okay because wait, who's the victim? It's Jordan O'Brien, but you'll know him on here as Jennifer Nieve. You'll see the lives and stuff, but for this live, we're going to be calling a spade a spade. We're going to be calling him as Jordan, because as I said, so just so you know, the uploaded video is being run by somebody. His account is being run by somebody called DC. Whoever you are, DC, you should hang your head in shame. I've seen the things you're posting, and oh my goodness, if you're willing to commit to saying that things like that, David Cliff, is that what his name is? Charlie, is that his? If you're willing to clout, to get followers, to be able to say that you think that's all right, you should hang your head in shame. And I won't mention his name again, because to me, I'm not going to give you any more attention than you obviously desperately crave and need. No, I'm not talking about Kira Cousins tonight. I know we do like a Kira Cousins gossip, don't we? Because we're just nosy bitches. But yeah, I'm just going to stick to this tonight just because of what's going on. Right, guys. So I just want to say this to you. So I have spoken to his victim today, and she wanted me to speak on her behalf. She didn't want to come on live, and I don't blame her. However, what she did tell me. So there's been some false accounts. However, he has now been charged with 10 plus accounts. I'm all right, guys. Thank you so much. 10 plus accounts of rape, account of SA, which was by penetration, threats to kill with a knife, which he held a knife to her throat, and threatened her. These are things that he has been now charged with. So when it's saying 46 accounts, it's not, it's 10 plus. And the reason it's 10 plus is because she actually lost count. Because it went the last 8-9 months, it went on that long that she lost it is hard. Well, no. So she's given me her permission. She knows. Yeah, Charlie, I will add you in, but I'm just going to finish this part just because it's from her, if that's all right with you. Hang on a second, one sec. Also, what she has told me as well, guys, could you tap the screen? I want this to be as pushed out. If you can share this live and get it pushed out as far as we can, because he's Jordan O'Brien, aka Jennifer Nieve, sat on these lives for months on end, getting all these people in his lives feeling sorry for him. Now it's our girls. Now we're doing it for our girls. So get this shared out, guys. Let people know what he did to her, because she's a queen. She's an absolute queen. And do you know what? Us girls support girls, and we stand together. It's actually upsetting me talking about it, because imagine as a woman having to watch someone's lives and knowing that you can't say anything and all these people are supporting someone. It makes me sick. It makes me feel physically ill. No, he's not out. He's been remanded now. But I want to get this pushed out as far and wide as we can. The latest TikTok isn't from him. He's been remanded. And I don't care if he's crying. Cry yourself a river. Dry your eyes, mate. So basically, she told me that he threatened to kill her. He held a knife to her throat. He told her that if she left him, he was going to take her children. He did that on a regular. When her oldest child was 5, her oldest child began to copy his dad. He used to scream in the baby's face. The baby was 1. Because the baby was waking up at night time, he was screaming in his baby's face. And it was only when her eldest child, because she's got a couple of children with him, began to copy his dad, Jordan O'Brien, that's when she started to want to leave him, because the oldest was copying what he was doing. So he was screaming in the child's face. He was paying people to come and sit at her door. He had people stalking her. Now, let me just tell you, this is not what I've just pulled out of somewhere. This is from the horse's mouth. This is from her mouth. He would come into her house while her children were in bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and kick. We're talking about Jennifer Nieve, aka Jordan O'Brien. So he was paying people to stalk her. He had people sat at her door watching her, sending her pictures, stuff like that. Oh, it's all right, guys. I'm going to come on in a minute. I'm coming with you also. I have people who are currently in prison with him, and I will tell you exactly what he's been getting up to in prison. I am coming with everything, guys. I am not just coming with a bit of tea. I am coming with the whole kettle. Also, so the whole transgender thing, he decided 7 times to change his mind. He changed his mind on 7 different occasions that he no longer wanted to transgender to be a female, and decided he wanted to go back male. Yeah, which is just absolutely piss poor. It's just a disgrace. I'm just now going to add somebody into my live. If you just bear with me. Hang on. Right, Charlie, we'll bring you in. So, Charlie.
Hiya, can you hear me okay?
Hi, I can. Yeah, can you hear me, my love?
Yeah. Hiya. I was a bit apprehensive about this because I just feel I was just a bit worried because like I'm getting a lot of hate at the moment for making that video.
Can I just hang on? Sorry, Charlie. Can I just interrupt you? Sorry, guys. People are asking me to do a trigger warning, right? And I know this might sound really pathetic, but I don't know how to put a trigger warning on. Can any of my mods put a trigger warning on? Does anyone know how I would do that?
I don't think it's an actual thing you can do. I think people just put it in the comments. You know, people
amazing.
Are coming in.
You all do it for me. Sorry, Charlie. I wasn't trying to interrupt you. Go on, carry on, my love.
It's all right. So I was a bit apprehensive because I've woken up today and just tons of messages of people. And there's a few creators on here who are not linked to this at all that are sending me loads of hate.
Why are people hating on you? Because your name was only brought to light to me for someone to ask me for information. So I hadn't heard anything bad. So why are they hating on you?
So I'll give you a bit of background for people who have no idea who I am. So I was friends with Jen. I lived with Jen. Sorry, I'm ill. I lived with Jen for 2 months. And people are like, you must have known if you lived with Jen. Guys, I just want people to have a little bit of logic and stop getting carried away with themselves. If you move in with someone, are they going to divulge all their deepest, darkest secrets to you? No. And
especially when they're as bad as this, because this isn't just. I'm not gonna. I've got my own stuff that people don't know about me, and I certainly don't divulge. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
But also, like, I've been. I don't want to say too much about my background, but like, I've been in really vulnerable situations before, and I wouldn't have put myself in that situation if I'd known they were a rapist. Why would I willingly moved in with them? Like. People
so did you have no idea? Has he ever, like, after a couple of drinks, he ever brought?
No, so what I got told was that he was accused. When I went to court, first of all, I didn't know the court date. I found that out myself. I just had an inkling because someone came into my life and went, have you heard from Jen? She's not been on live. I went, I have no idea. I don't speak to her. So I went on this website called CourtServe and found out that she was in court on Tuesday. And I found out Tuesday night last week. So I went in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So when I've been in court, all this has been complete news to me. It's all like, I had no idea what the fuck was going on. And it's all been fresh, brand new to me. And people are saying, you must have known. How the hell would I have known? Like, also, if I did know, me coming out and saying anything, I'm saying this hypothetically because I did not know categorically, but if I did know, me coming out could have jeopardized the case. This family has had to sit in silence for 2.5 years because the court case has been moved back 3 times.
Charlie, did you take the video? Did you do the video of the house?
Yeah, I did. So the video that I took of the tag machine, etc., people are saying, oh, you're saying you didn't know about the tag. So I didn't know she was on tag originally when I first ever met her. I had no idea. Because she used to wear flared pants all the time to cover up the tag.
What if the tag box was in the house? Did you not click then? Because I would know straight away that was the tag box.
So at that point, I've taken a video. If you look at my videos, I've got a video of the tag machine.
Yeah.
The first few times I met her, she lived in Rochdale, and she admitted to me that she used to hide it from me, so I would never have seen it. But also, I would have never known what one would look like because they've got a phone on the top, so I'd have just thought it was like a landline phone. But when I moved in with her, yeah, she did tell me that she was on tag and had this tag machine, because the tag machine was in my bedroom. It was under my bed.
Guys, just to let you all know, when you're all asking what a tag is, sorry to interrupt you, Charlie. A tag is basically, it's where, so they know where you are at all time. It's kind of like, so the police know where you are. So because of what was going on, he was probably told he had to be in from like 8 till 8 o'clock. It's like, so they monitor where you're at. So that's, sorry, Charlie, that's what a tag is.
Abby, I was friend of Jen Jordan, and so people are saying this is not adding up. I'm not sure how it's not adding up. I was never told the full picture, so how does that not add up?
Charlie, I think the problem you've got is because he's not here, so no one can blame him. So they're looking for somebody else to blame, and because people are clinging on to you, and I don't agree with that. Whether even if you had an inkling, I don't think, even if I thought like, you had a small idea of something may have gone on, I don't think for a second you realised the severity of what had gone on. Even if you knew he'd committed a crime and he'd played it down, oh, well, my ex said this, my ex said that, one of those, I don't think for a second you realised until it went to court how absolutely heinous it has been. So I will say that for you.
Heather and Daisy's just said that there. So tag, you can be on tag for anything. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a serious crime.
Oh, guys,
you can be on it
thanks to my mods, I can see my mods. Can I just say I have facial tics, guys? And if you comment on the facial tics, if you put anything to do with narcotics or anything that like, you'll just be blocked. The moderators are on it like white on rice. So I'm just letting you all know. So if you think you're coming out with a really unique, witty comment, trust me, that ship has sailed. Go on.
Amanda Jane, you're in the comments saying something's not adding up. Yeah, you follow me, Amanda. I'm not really sure what's not adding up, but if you want to explain what's not adding up, feel free to let me know. I'm like many people that were friends with her, have been manipulated and lied to. Like, I'm not sure how many times I need to explain it, but if I had any inkling that she was, capable of this, I would have never have moved in.
No, I believe that. I do. I'll tell you. I do think that maybe, like, even after, if you didn't know what a tag box was to start, I can imagine that maybe you knew something might have been amiss, or she might have said, like, he might have said something like there was a bit of coercive control. I think that may have been said, or something. But I don't for a second believe that you knew that you were living with somebody who would have committed this, and this, and also, oh God, I've sat on my foot for that long. Sorry, I've lost feeling in my leg. That's because I'm a bit fat. But when I spoke to the girl who it happened to, she actually said that he covered his tracks that well, that she actually said in her words that she believed that people didn't know because he played it down so much and so well. So that's come from the horse's mouth. So when people hate on you, she said that herself, that she doesn't think that like a lot of people knew because he covered his tracks so well.
And then what have other people been saying? I'm just trying to read the comments. It's just, you were saying about the 4 to 6 counts. So basically what I meant by for the 6 counts that they were accused of. So they were accused of 6 different crimes, but they were found guilty of 4 of those crimes. But the actual grape itself was dozens and dozens of times. It wasn't just a one-time thing.
So she's told me it was from her mouth. She said, Louise, it's classed as 10 plus because we lost count. She went over the last 7 to 8. So she was in a relationship for a long time, and it was only towards the end she actually split up with him because he told her that he wanted to be a woman and she didn't find women attractive, which is her prerogative.
That's absolutely fine.
Exactly. So that's why she started to come away, and that's when it all started. Something triggered him. That's from when, I don't know what. There's no excuse, but that's when it all started. And like she said, it's from, sorry, my facial tics have just gone really bad.
It's all right.
I'll take in just like a drink. But yeah, she said it was from then. From then, that's when it all started, and it was on that many occasions that they just rounded it up to like 10, which is absolutely atrocious.
It's disgusting.
And
it's absolutely disgusting.
Like I said, I think that people are, when people are being, and I don't think you deserve any hate. And I don't agree if anyone goes from my chat and starts going to his chat because I don't agree with that. I don't think it's okay. I think everyone's hating on him, and I'm going to tell you all another reason that I'm going to let you go for now, if that's all right, Charles.
Just quickly, one thing. If anyone wants to direct tape to anyone, it needs to be to DC. His username on here is David Cliff 1999. The family want the ashes back of the granddad that's on a canister on a keyring. He's refusing to give them back. And also, he's in control of all Jen's accounts. He can delete all those accounts, and he's choosing not to.
Yeah, and well, we'll just have this. At the end of this live, guys, I've actually got 2 email addresses I'm going to put on. And if everyone can report them, then we can try and get these accounts taken down, because those accounts should no longer be up. She should not be having to look at even his boat race. His face should not be on this TikTok.
And he's posted a video today. DC's posted an old video of Jen today. Yeah, the crying, trying to manipulate people while she's in jail. He, she, whatever. It's just awful. And everyone direct hate to him, not me. Thank you. That's all I wanted to say.
No problem at all. But listen, Charlie, thank you so much for talking to us. I really appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Take care, my love.
See you soon. Bye.
Okay, guys, so we're going to go now to... So, Jordan is he's in Forest Bank. He's in Forest Bank and he's on the induction wing. So, he's actually classed as a VP, so he's a vulnerable prisoner at this point. I will tell you all what you need to know about this kind of person. So imagine having so when you've got, you genuinely don't think you've done anything wrong. My man is turned up to be in a black see-through mesh dress. He has gone onto the and is refusing to take the dress off and wear a prisoner tracksuit. He is absolutely, thank you. And we'll just put trigger warnings up. Thank you. But yeah, sorry guys, the comments are going so fast. Hang on. Heather, I'm going to bring you in a second. Basically, he's trying to flirt with men, older men. He's not hiding in his cell. He's not feeling uncomfortable. He's not hiding himself away. He's not embarrassed. He's not ashamed. He doesn't give an SH1T about what he's done. He's, apparently he's got a bright pink thong in his property. So, by the way, this comes from people who are actually serving in there with him. As I said, everything I come with is factual. It's not that I've just made it up. This is all factual. Yeah, absolutely. Like, what on earth? Just bear with me. It's not his first rodeo. So we'll have more updates tomorrow, right? He's basically been trying it on with the screws and with older prisoners, walking around, mincing around, telling people he's TikTok famous and that he can... he'll be letting people, so DC, when he's updating him, when he's posting videos, he's put that he's going to be able to get anything he wants out of all of his TikTok fans. And he'll be able to get what money he wants sent, and all you lot will all be trying to campaign to get him out. I'm just making you all aware of the kind of man that he is and what's going on behind the scenes. He's telling everyone that it's false allegations. Yeah, it's false allegations, and that he will be all getting out because you lot are all going to try and get, he's on basic because he's actually been arguing about that he wants fresh milk and they've given him UHT milk. I mean, imagine that's the least of your problems. You've just been done with over 10 accounts. 10 accounts, hang on. What's the rugs thing about? Guys, can we just monitor? I've just seen something come up. What else have we got? So, yes, so he's refusing to wear prison clothes. So DC, who's running his account, he apparently is going to try and come live. Apparently he's going to try and come live tonight. And he's literally going to be doing it from what he's been told from Jordan/Jennifer. I'm letting you all know this because I want to, it's about awareness. I know how tempting, guys, it would be to go onto his live when he comes on and see what he's got to say. But any gifts you send, anything like that, you're enabling a rapist. I can't even say it. You're enabling someone who's been done for SA. And it's just atrocious, isn't it? He's been telling people in Forest Bank he identifies as Cinderella because every man wants him. Yeah, there you go. So she's just pinned it up. So the girl who's been giving me this information, she basically, she knows a lot of people who were in there, so she's come through for me. Yeah. So he's in a men's prison, and that's what he's been doing. He's been telling people his name's Cinderella because all men want him and he can get any man he wants. And he's going to have everyone on TikTok campaigning to get him out. This is exactly why, guys, why we all need to you need to report that account. The Jennifer Nieve account, it needs to come off. It needs to go. The girl who it's all happened to, she should not even have to see his face on her. Yes, it's about Jen. She shouldn't even have to see his face on here. I'm just going to go on now to add someone to my box. Hang on, bear with me.
Hi, love.
Heather, I'm sorry it's taken so long, mate. I've been prattling on, and then obviously I wasn't expecting Charlie coming in. So Heather knew what was going on before all this came out. She put out for it a while ago, like she started realising something wasn't right with him, and people thought that she just wasn't telling the truth. So what's your take on it all then, Heather?
So basically, I came across Jen like the end of last year, and it was their behaviour online, like I just found really, really strange. So Jen is only, I think, a year or two younger than what I am, and I caught on to quite a lot of wee lies they were telling on the live. So one minute they had a girlfriend, then a few weeks later they had a fiance supposedly, and then I think the fiance was out the window. There was another girlfriend, and there just seemed to be these.
Yeah, Heather, are you near a fan of something? Your voice is a little bit warbled.
Oh, hold on a minute. I've got my headphones in. I don't know if that's. I'll maybe take my headphones out. Right, wait a minute to take the headphones out.
Yeah, the video that he posted, it's an old video. It's an old video, but he's put it on like he's trying to use it to make you feel sorry for him. I just want to say that. Say that again. That's much better. That's it.
Right, that's it. All right, I've just took the headphones out. So basically, there was just some really weird behaviour over.
No, I'm not Elle. I've got facial tics, but thanks for the comment.
Ignore them, honestly, like they're arseholes. Sorry, but there was just some really weird behaviour over Christmas. Like, and I just realised there was just seemed to be these different kind of young, kind of naive girls that seemed to be in and out of the house as well. So, and a lot of the things that Jen was doing as well was a lot of like, it was more like...
Yeah, from Rochdale, my love. Go on.
At TikTok basically, like for gifts, like I just couldn't wrap my head around why people were becoming so obsessed with this person who just seemed to be begging all the time on TikTok. They would come on and say, oh, I don't want gifts, I'm only on here for positivity, but like honestly, it was just, I can't explain it, it was just bullshit, right? So I did a video on it, and next thing I was contacted by a few people who let me know that Jen used to be Jordan O'Brien and they were in prison for 6 months, but they got out on...
So this isn't his first rodeo either?
No. So correct me if somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but they got out on some technicality and there was going to be a new trial, which was meant to be in, I'm sure it was June or July. I did kind of have a word with the victim. They couldn't really tell me very much because it was an ongoing trial. So I knew at that point, they basically had kind of hinted that the things I was saying online, I was on the right roads. Like what I was saying about this person was true basically. And I then got some DMs from other people who were young girls that were in these kind of group chats with Jordan basically when they were underage. They were of age now, but this was going back a few years ago, and they started telling me stories about things like images they had sent over when they were underage. They were then being blackmailed by...
And these are people, when people earlier were asking about children, guys, these are people who have who we're not, this is not set in stone, but we think that he's also got them to send like naked pictures and stuff like that, and he's been blackmailing over them. We're talking like underage people as well.
Even today, I have...
Sophie, I know you're in the comments, and I will bring you in the next couple of minutes, Sophie, because
there is over 100 DM requests right now I've got, and quite a lot of them are people telling me kind of similar stories where they've been given images over. They were felt like they were kind of manipulated into giving images over. They were underage. What I noticed a pattern with Jordan was the fact that they all seem to be very young, naive girls that have maybe got autism, ADHD, things like they're neurodivergent, like very kind of vulnerable girls basically struggle with their mental health. And Jordan always seems to go for these kind of younger ones because I feel like they're easier to manipulate. Exactly. So I then obviously did a series and put out the information that I did find out on them about them being in prison before. Obviously there was a trial coming up. Now the reason I took the videos down was, one, the victim, I did not want to do anything that was going to hurt her trial, right? And I realised that, and I thought I better take them down. But the other thing was the amount of hate that I got from Jen's side, calling me transphobic because obviously what I had come out and said information on
because that was the card she could play, wasn't it, at the time?
And I was transphobic, I was making up lies, I was doing it for clout, all of this rubbish basically. And I'm like, no, I'm telling you, this person's like, there's something wrong with them. Like, there's a lot more to this that's going to come out. So I took every video down and I said to everybody, do you know what, if you don't believe me, wait till October, because I knew that's when the new trial was going to be. And I said the truth will come out then. And then obviously it all came out, literally everything that I was trying to tell people. And I have put up all the old videos where you'll see in my old videos, like I think there's about 4 or 5 of them, where I've went into detail about some of the things that I knew. And yeah, obviously that's now came out. The things that I was saying before were all, I was right. I told you. But there is people on this app, right, who were aware, who I made aware.
Well, I was just going to say to you now, Heather, so Sophie is in the comments. Yes. However, she said that she can't come live because her child's not in bed.
Right.
But Sophie, I did know that Heather actually wanted to speak to you. Yeah. So Heather, what is it you wanted to say to Sophie?
Basically, Sophie, I feel that you did know a wee bit more than what you're letting on, to be honest, right? The difference in this situation is, right, there's an actual victim in this, right, who met this person as Jordan and had no prior warning. I have old footage of them on YouTube when they were Jordan, and I'm going to put that up tomorrow, and you'll understand why this victim fell for this person the way that they did, because they looked like a normal, typical man back then. They had no prior warning that this person was obviously going to be the way that they obviously turned out. Sophie, you were on a live, I remember, with another girl, right, and Jen one night. Now, Jen and Bonnie literally had just broke up that week. It hadn't even been 7 days yet. And Sophie was then in the house on the live with Jen, like obviously drunk and kissing the face off each other. And I know Bonnie was very aware of this. And I remember Bonnie had been on live and was a bit upset because she couldn't believe that somebody else was already in that house with Jen, claiming to be in a relationship with them, literally about 6 days after Jen and Bonnie had just broke up. So I then was told that, Sophie, you were actually seeing Jen while she was with Bonnie as well. So it was basically Jordan was seeing the both of you at the same time. And that's why when Bonnie was out the picture, you were in there so fast. Now, I then came on another live, Sophie, because you were on that live with Jen for quite a few days in a row. And the comment section was constantly telling people, or asking Jen, is it true what's getting said about you, about my videos? So you must have been aware of my videos at that point, because it was all over the comment section. And then
I'm actually friends with Bonnie
obviously
now.
You were still continuing whatever with Jen. And I don't know when the two of you obviously broke up, but I felt that there's a bit of a difference, like with people claiming to be victims. People are claiming to be victims now, you know, and I'm like,
Sophie's she's not able to come in the box, unfortunately. I know some of you saying she needs to come in.
And I don't feel that she's the same sort of victim to the girl that was up in court. The girl that was in court is an actual victim, right? Sophie, I feel you had prior warning and you chose to ignore it, and you continue to do what you did with Jen, and now it's all came out. It's like suddenly these people are going, oh, I'm a victim too. And I'm like, but you chose to ignore like information you were getting given and continue doing what you were doing, even though compared to the girl who actually didn't have any prior warning, obviously the original victim. So there's a bit of a difference. That's my feeling on it. I just feel there's a lot of people now claiming to be a victim, when I'm like, you did know, you knew something, you just chose to ignore it.
I think what we've got to remember though is at the end of the day, I think even if, I think the thing is, even if she, I think Eve, because honestly, when I've spoken to the person it happened to, even she said that she genuinely doesn't think that people knew as much. She said that the way that he did it, he was so manipulative and he was so clever that like he literally everyone just didn't for a second think that like he was doing stuff like that. Well, listen, Heather, thank you for talking to me about that.
I just want to say, people are saying there, like, why am I involved in everything? Right, when I came on here originally, it was to raise some awareness because I've been a victim of DV and SA myself, and I could see what was going on, and that's why I spoke out, because I thought, you know, I was actually trying to help protect some people on this app. That's why I got involved. Whether people like that or not, I don't really care, to be honest, but I tried to do the right thing. Obviously, people didn't believe me, and now obviously it's all came out.
Yeah,
like I said, I was only trying to help.
Oh, of course, Heather, and you know, people know that. I think it's just because I think if Sophie was in the box, I think it'd be easier, but because she's not in the box, it's made it hard, because obviously she's not there to have her say.
And I can only say what actually happened those few days, and what I seen online, and obviously the live that I seen with them, and I know there was things getting said in that live, and I mean they must have they knew some of the comments were getting deleted and that, they knew what was getting asked, so I did feel that, like, she might not have known everything, but she knew there was something going on. That was my opinion on it.
Right, well, thanks for that, Heather, and thank you for coming in, and thank you for talking for me, my love.
No worries, love. Right,
see you later, my love.
Bye.
Yeah, guys, I don't think for a second, I understand your comments and I know where you're coming from. But no, it's more to do with, I think the thing is, I think because I think Heather thought that Sophie was going to be coming in the box, and it was more to do with, she was just going to ask, sorry, it's making me twitch bad now, do you know when you feel out of control in a situation? But yeah, I think that she genuinely thought that she was going to be in the box and she could have spoke to her, but because she wasn't in a box, it looked like she was just like throwing this right and this. But I think it was more to do with, I think she thought that Sophie would be able to like answer her questions. I don't think Heather wasn't meaning it like that, because I know her. And hang on, I've requested, can't stay on that, right? Where are you? Got you. I don't know why I'm drinking Coca-Cola. It's just going to make me twitch more. That was stupid. Hiya, Sophie.
Hiya. So basically, what the timeline was, obviously, Jennifer, Jordan and Bonnie broke up. And then I did join the lives a few days after that. And we did start becoming close.
Yeah.
And then obviously I met them.
Thanks, Kay.
I can't remember how long I met them after to go drinking with her, him at his flat.
Yeah.
And then obviously we got drunk. That's when it all unfolded, pretty much.
So you didn't know?
I did not know. Obviously,
did me and you know? Were you aware? Was you aware? Like, did he ever mention anything about it? Oh, God,
never mentioned a single thing.
So were you? Did you see the tag box? Like, what was he playing the tag box down for? Like, a tag box looks like a tag box. Like,
I did see something that looked like a telephone, a bit like Charlie. I saw something that looked like a telephone, but I did not know what it was because I've never been associated with a criminal before.
Me neither. Do you know what I mean, Sophie? But no, I get that. Yeah,
I only found out obviously after I became friends with Bonnie.
Yeah.
And me and Bonnie are close friends now.
But yeah, like I said, I don't think I think she was just. I mean, at the end of the day, I think, like I said, from the actual girl it happened to, like, I will tell you the truth, she hasn't made out for one iota from anybody that she thought like because honestly, because I said to her, I was like, do you think? Hang on, someone's just put Justin. Somebody has just put to me now, so I know people that he's in the prison with, and his girlfriend the girlfriend of the guys that he's in the prison with is talking to me, so I know the girl, and she's just putting out, he's been laughing and joking on the phone all night saying that he's TikTok famous and that he's had a video put up, so he knows exactly what he's doing. He's been the one that's told him to put that video up. Yeah, so that's what I mean. So this whole DC thing, whoever that is, he needs his account taken down. But yeah, so Sophie, I think when I spoke to her, I actually said to her, do you think like any of the people that are like being pulled out, like, and she actually said to me, she was like, honestly, she went, oh, bless, I can hear you, baby. That's the cutest thing. Actually said like, that like it's all a case of, I've lost my train of thoughts. Yeah, she honestly thought that he's styled it out that much that nobody believes what he's doing. I feel like he's just lied about it so good.
Everyone who has ever been involved with this person has been spun a web of lies, and they've been manipulated to know that their truth, and obviously now the whole truth is out.
A few people have put, did he ever do anything to you? So was his behaviour ever like, I know we're all like, ooh, did it like, but was like any of his behaviour ever? So Sophie was actually in a relationship with him for a small amount of time. Well, we say relationship, we say that loosely.
Very small amount of time, yeah.
We say that very loosely. But yeah, like, did you ever think that any of his behaviour was a little bit like spurious or anything?
I never noticed anything untowards at all.
Who's crawling its account? DC. I think his name's D. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know his surname. But yeah, so you never thought of anything like. Do you think he might try and get in touch with you, Sophie?
Absolutely not. No, they don't know a single thing about me. They don't have my phone numbers or anything.
I'm surprised, that like the police didn't warn you, like with you having a child. I'm surprised they weren't monitoring his relationships because of like what he'd actually been done for.
If I knew the full story when I first when I went. Oh, thanks for the roses. If I knew the full entire story, when I went to go see this person, I would have got out of there straight away.
Course, and
because I've got a child, I don't want to be involved in that.
If somebody with a child would 100% have done that, definitely. Yeah, they have to do Clare's law. Yeah, this is what I mean. It's about. But I'll let you go. But thank you for coming in and talking to me, Sophie. I do appreciate it. And like I said, I just think that Heather was just. I think I wasn't sure of what the backstory was about the live and the whole Bonnie and who the other person. I was a bit thing to it, so I'm not sure. But thank you for coming in and having a say with me, my love.
No worries, thank you.
Take care, Sophie. Bye. Oh. Just bear with me. So yeah, guys. So people are asking a backstory. I'm getting TikToks. I'm getting gift gaffs at the same time. Not gift gaffs. I'm getting WhatsApps. The whole account has changed. I'm going to go through now. Are you Kirsty? Kirsty, do you want to come in? So Kirsty's a sister. Kirsty, do you not want to come in for a little bit? Do you want to come and have a chat? I don't know if your sister's even in. I mean, I hope Kirsty. So Kirsty's the sister of the girl who it all happened to. I don't know if you gift gaffs. I know, and I meant WhatsApps because there's 1,000 people and I'm trying to keep up with comments. WhatsApp's going. It can be quite hard work. But yeah, I mean, do you want to come in and have a chat? Someone I know said that Sophie. They told Sophie about my videos. Hey, Maddie, you all right, my love? Sorry, guys, if anyone's messaged and I've not replied to your message, I do apologise. There's 1,000 people and it's really, really so hard. And I do try to keep no prior convictions, but one sentence will show up on a search warrant. Yeah, but apparently he got remanded for it for a small amount of time. Like, this isn't his first rodeo. Thanks, moderators. I can see you're all working your arses off in my comments. But yeah, people asking for a backstory. So basically, it's literally coming through on my WhatsApp as I'm here that we're basically, I can't find David's account. Has it been taken down? I would like to think it's been taken down. Background story. So Jordan O'Brien, aka Jennifer Nieve, always on TikTok Live. You must have seen them. They've got a very unfortunate nose. It goes like this and it's got like a bit of a line in it. Always smokes very, very long, thin cigarettes. Basically, so he has been coming on lives for like 2.5 years. He's been on lives, he's got a good following, he's had loads of people in here, like always in his lives, gifting him. Turns out that basically he's now been remanded into a male prison on over 10 accounts of rape on his former partner, coercive control, holding a knife to her throat, stalking her, having people sat outside her house, sexually assaulting her with sex toys. It's appalling. What he's done is absolutely appalling. Yeah, so 10, it is 10. And it's not just 10k, it's 10 plus. It was that many that they've actually just rounded it off to 10 because she'd lost count at that point, and he's been convicted of all of them. So let's just make it very, very clear that what we're talking about is not just something that I've made up or she's made up. He's been done with it. He's been charged with it. Charles, amazing comment. Is it Charles? I'm assuming it's Charles, not Charles. Do you think this is why he transitioned? Right, okay, so this is something I asked the victim. And when I say victim, I do say that loosely. She's not a victim, she's an absolute queen. The girl is an absolute queen. To watch that guy day in, day out on them lives, with all them followers, all them people gifting him and enabling him, and she's had to keep her mouth shut for 2.5 years. Be careful with your wording. Use TikTok language. Yeah, true. But he's had to. She's had to keep her mouth shut because obviously, otherwise, it would have affected the court battle. So she's had to say nothing. That girl has said nothing for 2 years and had to watch. It must have been horrendous. That would have sent me and my mental health. Absolutely, she's a warrior. She's not a victim. She's a warrior. So I asked her. I said, what was his sexual orientation before? So that's not me because I'm being judgy on someone's sexual orientation. That is to find out if it is to do with if that was why he was transitioning, because he thought he was going to prison. What she told me was, she said he had always said that he was bisexual. However, into the relationship, he decided he wanted to transition into becoming a woman. So I believe for that reason that he was transitioning. It was only once he started transitioning to be a woman that the victim warrior decided that she didn't want that in her life anymore. She decided that she didn't want to be, so she didn't find women attractive, which is her prerogative. She doesn't need to. She's not done anything wrong. If you meet someone and they're male and they decide that they want to transition and be a woman, you don't. That doesn't make you've done something wrong. That was her prerogative. You get to do that. I don't want to name the victim because that's not up to me to do. However, what she did say was that he 7 times he decided he didn't want to be a woman and he went back to being a man and then went back and back. Now, I don't know if maybe that's just because he was confused. I don't know. And do you know something? The whole sexual preference, that's got nothing to do with me. I have a lot of people in my life that, you know, whatever everyone chooses to be, that's up to them, you know, and I'd support them, whatever it's. But for him, I genuinely believe that the fact, it's almost like he went back each time he thought that he was going to get arrested or something. I don't know. Maybe he used that as a way out in case he thought he was being arrested, because at the end of the day, you are going to get an easier time if you're in a women's prison. Just putting it out there. However, please do not be sitting there thinking he's a wallflower. I'm going to say you're doing amazing. Thank you, because I feel like I'm waffling. And this is when I start to feel like I'm going to come off. Just bear with you. I'm just going to go through the comments. I do apologise. Yeah, so he's in HMP Forest Bank. He is on the Vulnerable Prisoner Ward. Not ward, but thing. He's in induction. He's already gone on to basic for arguing over fresh milk. He wants fresh milk and not UHT. I mean, that ship sailed, mate. When you've started essaying people on 10 occasions, take whatever milk you can, my friend. Take what milk you can. He wasn't trans at all. He panics and uses everything. I'm not sure on that. And like I said, it's not really my place to talk about what his sexual orientations are, because I'm not. Oh, thanks, Ella. My girl. No, Louise, you're fine. Just relax. I know. I'm all right. I've just got a bit twitchy, that's all. I'm going to see if... I don't know where she is. Becky, are you in, Bex? Becky, are you in? Becky, do you want to come and have a little natter in my box? I'm going to say, Louise, I need to know the drama. You're all so funny. Didn't he have a cat? I have no idea. What's going on? I'm nosy. Hi, Melissa. She had a fear of milk. Oh, really? But she was asking for fresh and not... Yes, get Becky. Bex, do you want to come in? Bex, come and have a chat. Come and talk. So I will let Becky explain who she is and what she knows. But Becky is a woman in the know. She has kept me, honestly. So there's 1,000 people in this chat, but let me tell you all something. Hang on, let me add you in. Oh, gosh, I'll accept her in. People don't realise the absolute, so it's not as simple as just putting a chat together. It's taken me all day to find out all this information. Hiya, Becky.
Hello.
I was just explaining, isn't it an absolute, like, how many times have we spoke today and been sharing information? Because we're trying to do the girls.
I tell you what, I've never chewed so much Anadin for headaches in all my life as I have done today.
And that's just from my voice notes. But the thing is, we wanted to do her proud. We wanted to share her story without her sharing it. We wanted to be the ones that were telling people. We wanted to put... He's had enough time, hasn't he, Becky? Put it like having people feel sorry for him. We needed to put her story on.
I woke up this morning to countless... So, unfortunately... there's a lot of people in here. Unfortunately, I was in his year at school, and he's always been a bit of a wrong un. Never to this extreme, but always been certainly questionable. And then I know people that are inside certain prisons who have been made aware, and then I woke up this morning and I was tagged left, right and centre in TikToks and Facebooks and articles left, right and centre. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm involved, because I'm not, and I'm certainly not going to sit here and act like I knew what was going on the app, because I didn't put two and two together as in he was Jen and all this until I got tagged and everything, and then I had to deep dive. But I've had people who have got people on the inside, and I know people that are in that prison who have put two and two together, because he's going around saying that his name is Jennifer, and then the screws are calling him Jordan. And then obviously people on the inside have phones. And it's everywhere, isn't it? So people have been sort of questioning it. Anyway, over the weekend, particularly Saturday, was a busy day for him, where people were questioning him, saying, well, hang on, if you're saying you're Jennifer, why are the screws calling you Jordan?
Questioning it.
And then they've put certain things to him and said, well, is this you? So, unfortunately, trigger warning to all those involved, because I don't know who this is going to affect. So, just a heads up. You know, if I do upset anybody, I really don't mean to. But he's been turning around and saying, well, I'm basically like Cinderella because of all the male attention I get, but it's all right because I won't be in for very long, because I know that all my TikTok followers are going to get me out because I'm a TikTok celebrity. He'd been kicking off. He got told that he had to wear the prison clothes. He told no. This was on the Friday night when he got took in. Flaunting around. He noticed one particular inmate's canteen money, because he went to a kiosk and he noticed somebody's canteen money and said, oh, you've got a lot of money. Are you going to be looking after me while I'm in here so nothing happens to me? When he got questioned on Saturday, when he got confronted by a couple of people, they turned around and said, is this you? And he was like, no. I'm just...
Becky, DC's in the live. DC, if you hang on a minute, I'll add you to my box.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, carry on, Becky, sorry.
Where was it up to? So he's turned around and said that the false allegations and that it's from a, quote, bitter ex, but it's all right, it will all get thrown out. So, yeah, it's been eventful. However, there is somebody in there, obviously I don't want to say too much tonight, but there is somebody in there who has got a visit tomorrow, and the person that is going visiting him, I know, and so she will be telling me what's been said on said visit. Not with Jordan tonight.
Well, do you want to come back on? Do you want to come back on with me? We'll just me and you come back on tomorrow.
I can do, yeah. I'll have to wait tomorrow night because I don't know sort of what time. Like I need to wait for her to get home from the visit and things like that. But
or we could do the day after. It's absolutely fine. I mean, a few people had said to me today, they were like, "Oh, you're late," and I was like, "You're late to the thing," and I was like, "No one's ever late."
Yeah, you're all early.
But I will just say, DC. So DC apparently is in this live. DC,
you want me to drop out then, and you can get him in?
Yes, I'll take you off. But Becky, let me just tell you a massive shout out for you today, because I'll tell you something. If the girl who this is about is in here, I'm not joking. Becky as well, she's done you proud. Me and her between us have absolutely. It's taken us about 8 hours, hasn't it? We've been talking.
I have had so many tags. It is unreal.
It's been ridiculous, but do you know something? Thank you for honestly your help today. Thanks so much, because honestly, I feel like we've done it proud today.
After doing a deep dive today, all I can say is reiterate what you said, and you know, absolute warrior. I'm so sorry to the people that have come across him, and obviously I can only hope and pray that you manage to find a way of navigating forward from this.
But do you know what she did say before you go, Becky? What she did say to me, I'll tell you this. So I'd said to her, I was like, do you know something? I was like, look in the mirror, straighten your crown. I was like, because you are a queen girl. I was like, I don't like to refer to her as a victim. I don't think she's a victim. No. I think she's an absolute inspiration. I think to watch someone day in, day out on lives, getting gifts and stuff on here, it must have been. It would have ripped my mental health. I don't think I'd have been able to deal with that. I don't think I would have been able to physically. And you know, all she said was she feels safe now because it's not there. So she feels safe now. No,
the thing is, so obviously I know that obviously like the people that have been subject to him haven't obviously. Well, I don't know. They might have come across me, but obviously my TikTok is about obviously supporting people that need support and things like that. Obviously you can see my lot in the comments and things. If anybody does need a chat, my inboxes are always open. I do get back to absolutely everybody. I'm not one of these that comes on the app and then just ignores people. I do literally reply to absolutely everybody, and as soon as I get more information tomorrow, I will WhatsApp you and I will come on tomorrow night with you, no problem.
Thank you so much, Becky, and that goes for both of us as well. You know, after here, if there's any, and if there is anybody as well who we were saying about, you know, like if there's anything about like that, do you know, like people that apparently he's blackmailed over pictures. You're welcome to inboxes, aren't they, Becky? You know what I mean? Don't sit there and feel like if he's done something to you and you're sat at home worrying about it, he's not there anymore. But you know something, our inboxes are open.
You know what? I would absolutely kick myself if I found out that somebody wanted to reach out and talk and they just didn't have the bottle to come and talk to us. Like, that is not what we're about. So if anybody does need to talk, our inboxes are open.
Oh, thanks so much for coming in for me, Becky. Thank you.
I'll drop down. I'm still in the comments, but I will jump back on with you tomorrow. As soon as I get any information tomorrow, I'll give you a FaceTime anyway, and we can discuss it before coming on.
Amazing. Thanks, Beck.
No worries, girl.
See you later, my girl. Bye. What was I going to say to you? Yeah, guys. So basically, I've lost my train of thought. It's just been like today, you know, to come up with all this information. Like I said, it's been a case of like, I bet I've spoke to 15, 20 people, voice noting, them messaging me. You know, everything I come at to you with is factual information. Like every single thing I've said to you is factual. It's, you know, I want to make sure that we're all, like I woke up this morning and it was, has DC requested? DC hasn't requested. DC, are you still in this live? DC, and if you are, and you don't want to come into the box, let's have a look. DC, if you are in this live, I really, really would appreciate if you would come into the box. And if not, you're the one person who could shut those accounts down. And by not doing that, you've enabled and I think it's just absolutely, I don't know. I'd like you to come in the box. I'd like you to explain to me why you as a person would not shut those accounts down, knowing what that victim has been through and what she's get Kai in. Let Kai in, Lou. Who's Kai? Guy, who's Kai? I don't know who Kai is. What's Kai's username, guys? What's Kai got to do with this? Guy, who's Kai? You're saying get Kai in, and I don't know who it is. It's the man you... Hang on, let me look. Oh, I've got you. I do apologise. Your name's not coming up as that.
Is it work?
Hi.
Hello, you're right.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Sorry, I didn't know they were saying add Kai and your name in the box. What is it? It doesn't say Kai. It says something else.
Yeah, it says Transdoll Kai.
What? It doesn't give me the total thing. It just says Transdoll. It doesn't say the end bit in the box.
Oh, okay.
So I couldn't see when they were saying it. It just says Transdoll, but it didn't say the end box.
Yeah. No, this is me. Hello.
Hi, you're right.
Yeah, I was just getting tagged in the comments because everyone knows that I used to be friends with Jen, and obviously I used to go live with them back in the day and stuff.
Ah, right, okay. So go on. So what? Like people are saying, like I had. Is it Charlie? Is it Charlie Angel?
Charlie Angel, yeah.
Yeah. So I've never spoke to him before. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like this story it came to me this morning, and I've spoken to like the person, like the girl who it happened to, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, so what's your take on it? Like, do you think like did you know any of the things?
So I went live with them. God, I've been doing this about 3-4 years.
Yeah.
And I went live with them and used to battle them, was doing like the DARE battles with them and whatever. Yeah. And somebody came in my live one day and said, "Oh, you're battling a you know what?" And I was like, "Sorry." They said, "You're battling a you know what?" I says, "No, not at all." Like, I didn't know any of this. Clearly, I wouldn't share a screen with them because my platform's huge, so I wouldn't want to put anybody on like that. And I says, no, the minute I found out facts, because I weren't going to be like, okay, I'm going to drop unless somebody's got facts. The minute I found everything out, probably 2 years ago, Jen was unfollowed. And I never shared a screen with Jen since. I knew about relationships that Jen was in. I knew that she'd go and meet people, but obviously she couldn't go too far from her home because she was on tag, so she could never go and. So you knew visit girlfriends. Everybody used to have to. What did she say that she was on tag for, Kai? What did she tell? Is it Kai? Is that's your name? That's what I'm calling. Hi, yes, babe. Yeah. Jen never specifically told me what she was on tag for. She just told me that she was on tag, and I was like, okay, bet, whatever. Like, I won't really ask. None of my business. You do you, boo, kind of thing. Yeah, it didn't really affect me, but then obviously as people started speculating and rumours started coming out, and obviously like she was being dead named and everything was Jordan in the chat, and I was like, right guys, I don't know who Jordan is. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. I know them as Jennifer, and that's obviously when a lot of our old friends came forward and said, it was it was Jordan back then. It was one of Jordan's baby mums that obviously was unfortunate enough to go through what she went through. I bet you just thought to yourself, like, they're being rude, they're calling him by his birth name. Yeah, I was there ready to defend. Yeah, 100%. I was there ready to defend. Like, hang on a minute, don't dead name someone. Like, that's fucking gross. But then obviously when I found out that it was an ex-partner of theirs, and it was obviously true, I distanced myself. But I have noticed a lot of people, obviously, Jenny used to go live, Jenny used to smash the views. Everybody knew that Jenny did Jenny. And I've noticed that so many people that I know that knew back in the day are now all jumping on it. And it's like, hang on a minute, like there's so many of her old, in brackets, friends that are now jumping on the bandwagon and exposing, but you all knew when you was around her. So it was good for you to know then, but now obviously people are wanting to expose it, spread awareness, do what they're doing. You're all coming out of the woodworks
So
playing
that's what I'm doing, Kai. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. So for me, it was spreading awareness. Like, I've spoke to the victim today, and honestly, imagine, Kai, imagine how horrendous it's been. She's had to watch their lives for 2.5 years, knowing she can't say an absolute word because it would jeopardise the case. Imagine how horrific, and not just that. Can I ask your opinion? Can I ask your opinion on something? So, like, I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah, of course you can.
All day today. So I was referring to him as a she, and then when I found out what had gone on, I decided in my head that to grape somebody and sexually assault them on over 10 occasions, to me, I feel like you lost all right to decide that you should be a woman if you've created the most heinous crime against a woman. Like, so for me, I'm still feeling bad now saying he. Should I be saying she? What's your take on that? Can I just ask you that? What's your take?
Can you hear me now? My signal.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Sorry. So I don't think anybody that identifies
one, isn't it? It's a tricky one.
It is a really tricky one. I don't think anybody identifies as T like me would openly go out and GRAPE anybody.
This is what I was saying, 100%.
And especially, obviously, prior knowing Jen and speaking to Jen, we used to speak about surgeries, because obviously I'm going for my surgery soon, and it's a topic of conversation. Are you getting top surgery? Are you getting bottom surgery? And I always used to say to Jen and everybody, like, everybody knows me on my platform, I'm like an open book. I have always said the bottom surgery is something that I would never do personally. Like, it scares the hell out of me because it is so intense. But from speaking to Jen and watching Jen on live, all they wanted was bottom surgery. They allegedly used to get body dysmorphia looking at that part of their body.
So for them to bothered about the top or anything.
No, obviously they were on hormones, so they have had some growth on the top part, but they didn't like their bottom part of their genitalia. They wanted it gone as quick as they could. They would hide it every chance they could. And for me, I know a lot of girls that are in that situation that hate what they've been born with down there. They don't like showing it. They're definitely 100% not going to use it for what a man would use it for. I get because it is. Do you know what I mean? It's it's a male organ at the end of the day. But I just hope that these lives that everyone's doing, and everyone is like, come to me if you've got any information, come to me if you've got any information. I hope that if these people that are watching are victims for whatever reason, that
you need to go, but you need to 100%.
Go to the police. Go to the police. Don't get excited, guys, and think, oh my God, there's a live with 2,000 people in, there's a live with 500 people in. We as live streamers can't do anything, babes. We ain't the law. If you've got a case,
I mean, I was hoping that we could get enough people to try and get the account shut down. I would like at the end of this, I've got a couple of email addresses that I'm going to put onto my screen shortly to try and get her account shut down, who's being run by that DC. Now, DC, apparently he's been in here, and for me to actually still have that account running, it to me is absolutely it's absolutely horrendous. I can't believe that you wouldn't have shut that down now knowing.
What kind of account is it though?
It's her account. It's the Jennifer Nieve's account. So DC is actually running that account.
Right, okay, right. So the only way that account will ever be gone, and I'll be honest, because I'm managed by TikTok UK. Yeah. So the only way that account will ever be permanently removed is if it is in breach. So do you know the email addresses and things you've got? Yeah. If you put them on a screen, I will be completely honest, they won't do anything. I lost this current account that I'm on that's at nearly 130,000 followers. I lost it at 50,000. I went live on my backup account, managed to get it back, thank gosh, because I'm here now. I went on my backup account and used the email and said, everybody spam this email to get my account back. they ignored it and just flagged it as spam. They wouldn't do anything. So the only way to get it would be to report every single thing on there and flag it. You couldn't email them and say...
DC is in this live because apparently DC is DC. So you've just heard that we can't get it taken down. And if you are the one that's running and apparently you're upset at the hate, do the right thing and take that account. Just deactivate that account. But Kai, I don't know why it's deactivated you. I don't know if it was because of, it says that it's just deactivated you. But Kai, I just want to say thank you so much for coming into my live and thank you for speaking on it. Everything's been deleted. DC wants. Oh, so he's trying to keep the account for himself. But DC, just set up your own account. Maybe go on and talk about it. But that account, wipe it. Get all them videos gone. The girl who it happened to does not deserve to see that face every day of her life. She doesn't deserve to. She's been through enough. Do the right thing. But hang on, if he has subs, they need to unsubscribe. Yeah, guys, so if there's any of you that have subbed, if he has subs, did he have subs back? Can you have a nosy for me? Bless people looking behind the screens. Hang on, DC box. No, he's not friend requested. But listen, guys, I know there's still 1,000 of you in. I'm going to come off shortly because I've got to get my kids to bed. But is there anything? DC, so why keep it? Hang on, so is he commenting in the chat? DC is acting like he can't get charged for filming in court. Oh yeah, DC, so I have heard you was filming in court, weren't you? Which is absolutely horrendous. By you filming in court, you could have ended up having to have a retrial and that victim would have had to go through the whole thing again because... What wasn't you, DC? DC, is it you that has got the control of that account? He is commenting, guys. So DC, in case anyone's wondering what's going on, DC is the person who is currently running Jennifer Nieve's account. So the account of the person that's been done for 10 accounts of rape, essays, coercive behaviour, he's on remand. This poor victim's been, watching it for 2 years. He's the one that's posted. So when you've all seen the video today of Jennifer Nieve, it's DC that's posted it. Yeah, and DC, like I said, I feel like, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. But you should do the right thing and take it down. But guys, before I leave, is there anybody else who wants to say anything? And also, can I have the email for who deal with contentive courts? I don't know anything like that. I don't know anything to do with courts or anything like that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a content creator. What was I going to say? But do you know something? Before I do go, I really, really do hope that I have done the girl who it was all about. I really hope that I've done you proud. I really hope that I've shared your story the way that you wanted it to be shared. And I really hope that I put across and I've made sure that everybody knew how absolutely horrendous she's been. Hang on, I'm getting screen. But yeah, so that was all it was to do with. It was to do with making sure that girl, DC in the box, is DC there? He's not there, guys. I can't get him in. But yeah, that was all it was to do with. I wanted to put it out there. But listen, guys, and if there's anybody else who he's been blackmailing for indecent images and stuff like that, it's up to you. You need to contact somebody. But yeah, guys, on that note, I'm going to call it a night there. Hang on, one viewer's in the box. But it's not him. And I don't want to... thank you, guys. I'm going to go. But listen, thank you all for coming in my live. He won't come in. He won't come in because he hasn't got the balls to come in. And Kirsty, thank you so much. And send your sister my love from me. She's an absolute warrior and she's got every single girl in here behind her. But thank you all so much for coming in my live. If I get any more updates, we'll be back on tomorrow. I shall see you all later, guys. Thank you so much.